Everybody, lawmakers in Congress have confirmed that changes are going to be made this year to Social Security benefits. Now, this is going to affect everybody on Social Security, SSI, and SSDI. Like I said, there's a lot of developments going on around the fourth stimulus check, so stay tuned for more updates. Got some pretty good news, and it's that their benefits will be going up by 5.9% in 2022. Representing the largest raise in decades. Meanwhile, the start of 2023 has brought about severe spikes in inflation, and that gets to the stage for an even higher bump in benefits come 2023. So everybody, it has just been announced that the consumer price index for all urban consumers rose 7.9% on an annual basis, making its steepest annual gain in over 40 years. And if this trend persists, then seniors on Social Security could see their benefits rise more next year. In addition to this, 2022's 5.9% COLA is a great thing for millions of seniors, but many beneficiaries are already losing their buying power when buying things because the rate of inflation is just crazy. Now, I know that many of you are wondering how much relief will be provided if inflation continues to rise. Well, according to CNBC, if high levels of inflation persist, then seniors can end up seeing a COLA in the 7% range in 2023. $1,400, $2,000 stimulus checks might be going out sooner than we expect. As we all know, there's a lot of developing news around the fourth stimulus check, so you want to be sure to continue watching this video. In late 2021, seniors on Social Security got some pretty good news, and it was that the benefits will be going up by 5.9% in 2022, making its steepest annual gain in over 40 years. If this trend persists, then seniors on Social Security could see their benefits rise even more next year. In 2022's 5.9% COLA is a great thing for millions of seniors. However, many beneficiaries are already losing buying power because the rate of inflation is outpacing their COLA. And I know many of you are wondering how much relief will be provided if inflation continues to rise. Well, according to CNBC, if high levels of inflation persist, seniors could end up seeing a COLA in the 7% range in 2023. And also, Medicare costs have been rising steadily, and that's done a good job of eroding COLAs in recent years. If Medicare Part B premiums increase a lot in 2023, seniors could end up in a serious financial crunch, even if their COLA is extremely generous. And that could push the COLA lower than the current estimate. Price moderation could provide relief for retirees and other seniors who are grappling with high consumer cost. The average retiree benefit is currently around $1,564. And according to the Senior Citizens League, as of March, the benefit will need to be $1,698 to keep up with an 8.6% year-over-year increase. That is why many lawmakers are now supporting a new plan that will provide millions of beneficiaries with additional financial aid. House Democrats have officially introduced a Social Security Reform bill popular with their party. This time it features some major changes aimed at attracting more support from Republicans. The bill, known as the Social Security 2100 Act, is being brought forward by Democratic Representative John Larson. They're urging lawmakers to offset the concentration of wealth, which has become more prevalent in the nation, by embracing this Social Security proposal and extending the expanded child tax credit. The new version of the bill follows the Social Security Administration's latest estimate that the trust funds to support the program will be depleted in just 13 years. At that time in 2034, only 78% of promised benefits will be payable. So Nancy Pelosi and many other Democrats are now criticizing Republicans for taking credit for the infrastructure spending. Lawmakers have also just agreed to throw in 3 new Social Security changes that will take effect this year. So there is a ton of information about the fourth stimulus payments, folks, that you want to know. So you want to be sure to stay until the end of this video to find out the latest stimulus news.
Carrie Job, you have the voice of an angel, kid. I tell you what, you really do. And that guy sitting next to you, he's a lucky guy. Majority Leader Schumer, Mitch McConnell. Mitch, I don't want to hurt your reputation, but we really are friends. and that is not an epiphany we're having here at the moment.
Now remember, folks, the whole goal of this channel is to provide you with the most up-to-date and reliable stimulus check information. I want to do my very best in providing you folks with the stimulus news, so be sure you watch until the end. So everybody, the third stimulus check was sent out to eligible Americans starting back in March of 2021. So now the IRS is saying this: they have now sent out all qualified payments, and they say some families may still be leaving money on the table. The IRS has announced that parents or a child born or added to the family in 2021 is going to be eligible to receive some $1,400 stimulus check, but you are entitled to receive it if you apply for it. The IRS recently started sending out explanatory letters to those who did receive the third payment, which breaks down how much you've gotten and whether you can qualify for more. However, for those who didn't receive a payment this year, there's still a way to go. All you have to do is look at the following questions. Is there a new child in the family, and did the family income change drastically? If the answer is yes to any of these questions, then good thing is that you qualify for it. The IRS has reported that it sent out 175 million third-round payments last year, which totaled more than $400 billion. For those who received the child tax credit payments last year as well, a separate letter is also being sent out to those families as well. The recovery rebate credit must also be filed as part of your 2021 tax return. And the IRS made clear that they would calculate the rebate for you. Now here's some big news for Social Security beneficiaries. Well, it has been reported that the Social Security Trust Fund that most people were...
Go ahead, Suzanne.
Love our colleagues at the Delaware Food Bank. Thank you, Senator. I don't have academic data, but what I will tell you is that Oregon Food Bank had 40,000 new donors in the last 2 years. So we've gone from a database of 30,000 to a database of 70,000 donors in the last 2 years. So a combination of the environmental factors in which 1 in 4 people in Oregon were experiencing hunger. So everyone knew someone who was needing food assistance. This was not them, this was us. And hunger was impacting us. A combination of an outpouring of love, because that's really what community donations are. It is love in the form of a check for our community. And what the federal government did to support trust and to authorize and provide credibility to the nonprofit community through the tax code.
I wish I had time to ask others, but thank you all for joining us today.
Thank my colleague, Senator Cortez Masto.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I want to say thank you to the ranking member and Senator Langford for co-chairing this important committee with you. I also cannot thank you enough for just calling the hearing today to highlight what we see here is the good bipartisan work that Congress can do when we work together to be able to deliver for all Americans, including many of the nonprofits across the country. And here today, as we know, the CARES Act established that charitable deduction for non-itemizers in 2020. And the COVID relief package passed in December of 2020 added an extension of the $300 charitable deduction for 2021. So I am proud to have worked with my colleagues on this committee, Senators Langford and Scott, to co-lead the bipartisan Universal Giving Pandemic Response Recovery Act to expand and extend a tax deduction for charitable giving. The bill would build on the bipartisan work and ensure that